Hello to all my Aquariuses out there, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. I hope this video finds you in amazing spirits. Thank you so much for visiting me. So this video, like I was saying, is for all my Aquariuses, that is Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And in this reading, we're going to be checking out the energetic forecast for the month of June. So we're going to be covering everything from your finances to career, love, family, the challenges, overall energy, and even a message for the month. Now, I think it's important to remember this is a general reading for all my Aquariuses out there. So to get the most out of this reading, it's really important for you to be intuitively connected so you can discern which parts of this message are for you. So it'll be kind of like we're doing this reading together in a sense. And to help you guys access your own intuitive and psychic headspace, I'm going to be offering a 20-second meditation. So if you guys want to participate in this meditation, go on ahead and get into a nice, calm, relaxed space, and we'll go on ahead and jump into that meditation right now. All right, so hopefully that 20-second meditation was enough time for you guys to get intuitively synced in. If not, feel free to pause this video. Also, don't forget to check out your Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos if you haven't already. I've linked them all down below for you guys so you can have an even more detailed overview for the month. So if you want to be fully equipped for the month and really kick June's ass, you can head to the description box for all of those links. Again, thank you guys for visiting me. This means the moon and the stars to me. Now, without further ado, let's get into this reading. All right, so the very first card that we have here is the Ten of Pentacles, Death, Ace of Swords, Judgment, the Hierophant, King of Wands, and Moonchild. Taking a look here at the very first card, Ten of Pentacles, this is the card representative of the finances for all my Aquariuses in the month of June, or the energy surrounding your finances for the month of June. So obviously this is not going to tell you the future. This is not going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. This is going to tell you the energy that you're going to be working with. So with the energy that I am seeing for my Aquariuses for the month of June, dealing with the finances, is I'm seeing a very secure time. So secure that I'm even seeing for some of my Aquariuses that you guys starting to actually plan for your families, like kind of plan far ahead, 5, 10, 15, 20 years ahead for your family, financial security for your family, how you can make sure that your family is going to be financially secure. And as well as another thing that I'm also seeing here is possibly even some of my Aquariuses taking a trip with family, spending more time with family, but there's going to be some money involved. So to me, it could look like a vacation or a trip that you're taking with your family, but it's going to be a really fun, enjoyable time too. But other than that, I am seeing a very secure financial state for my Aquariuses for the month of June. So what I was seeing with this card when it came to the career was that, yes, there's going to be a very big change for the month of June when it comes to your career. But what I'm seeing is like it's a really good positive change. It's going to be going in the direction that you want it to. Even though it may be a little bit overwhelming at first, it's going to happen for sure. But like I said, I'm seeing this as a change for many of my Aquariuses that you really want it to happen. So if anybody does change the best, it's my Aquariuses. You guys love change, especially being ruled by Uranus and Saturn. Like change is right up you guys' alleyway. And what I was seeing with this Ace of Swords here is it looks like you and your partner are really gonna get back on track mentally, intellectually. It looks like you guys are really going to connect on a really deep mental and intellectual level. And it looks like it's almost going to kind of revitalize you guys' relationship, because you guys are going to be so mentally in tune with each other and so mentally synchronized or mentally synced up with each other. Another thing that this Ace of Swords could be kind of speaking about as well is this Ten of Pentacles over here, where I was saying that it looks like you may be taking a trip or something with family. You may be taking a trip or a vacation or something like that, like with your loved one, your partner. And that may also help you guys to kind of get back on track for the month of June. Or you could just be spending more time with your partner. But either way, I'm really seeing you guys really connect on this nice, deep, intellectual mental level where it's like it just kind of revitalizes this romance between you two. So it's really actually a beautiful thing. So what I'm seeing is like there's going to be a new way that you and your partner are communicating, a new way that you and your partner are kind of thinking about things, maybe even thinking about your future. Or if you're single, you yourself just kind of coming to a place where you're just really accepting things that are going on in your love life, or really accepting certain things about your partner, really accepting certain things about yourself. And it's going to kind of open up new doors for you and your partner, or just you by yourself if you are single. Another possibility that I'm seeing with this Ace of Swords is some sort of conclusion or decision being made about your partner, your relationship, something like that. So it could be the end of one phase of your relationship and the beginning of another one. So there's a few different possibilities here with this Ace of Swords. And like I said, coming to a place where you're like, okay, this is how it is. This is what it is now. I'm cool with that, because it's like, at least now I know what it is, you know? It's not just kind of like up in the air anymore, is what I'm saying for some of my Aquariuses here. And with this Judgment card in reverse here, what I'm seeing for my Aquariuses for the month of June is some of you really trying to avoid a conversation, avoid confrontation with a certain family member. It's almost as if you're going to feel forced or responsible to get involved with some sort of misunderstanding or possible issue. But another possibility I'm seeing as well with this Judgment card is finally giving up or throwing in the towel with a particular issue or relative. It's kind of like you decided, I'm no longer going to invest any energy in this person or situation anymore. I really want to focus my energy or preserve my energy for something and someone that's more productive than this, because this isn't getting anywhere. So I'm not going to attempt to get down to the bottom of this. Or you could just simply decide, like, this particular situation just isn't that important. Like, it'll sort itself out. So I'm seeing some of my Aquariuses be very cautious in particular about where to exert their energy for the month of June. It's kind of like picking your battles. But as well, some of you may find yourselves dealing with old conversations, old feelings, old issues that try to revisit you. The past may definitely try to sneak back up on you in June. And I think you're really going to struggle with seeing the point in dealing with this issue. Like you're just simply not going to want to deal with this, I feel. And this could be pertaining to relatives, close friends, coworkers, anyone that you kind of spend a majority of your time with or a lot of your time with. So it's going to be kind of pressing and very in your face possibly. And eventually you may have to deal with this depending on how relevant this is in your life. And for me, like I said, this card is representative of the challenges that you're going to be facing for the month of June. And what I'm seeing is really being careful, or really paying a lot of attention to exactly how you are expressing yourself, because the Hierophant is kind of about self-expression. He's kind of like this transmitter of knowledge, right? So he's the one that receives information from the divine, from spirit, from source, kind of like the Pope or something like that. And he delivers it back to the masses, to the people. I'm not necessarily getting too much spirituality for my Aquariuses for the month of June coming up here, but what I am getting with this Hierophant card is like to be very careful about how it is exactly that you take this information, this divine information, which is like kind of like AKA your emotions, you know, so be very careful about how you express your emotions this month, because I don't believe that they're going to come out very clearly, especially when it comes to family. When it comes to your relationship, I feel like you kind of have your relationship on lock, like I was saying for very many of you. But when it comes to especially family or other close relationships, it's really imperative for you to pay attention to how you are metabolizing your emotions and then sort of expressing them, verbally expressing them, to be very careful about how you're doing that, because you may get kind of caught up in just the emotion of what it is that you're feeling. Because I'm getting a very strong sense you might have to revisit the past with a few family members for the month of June. But the Hierophant is really going to be kind of about like you receiving this sacred divine information, but this sacred divine information is actually your emotions. Emotions are sacred. Emotions are divine, because we can't control them. They come from somewhere, right? They're coming from our energetic field. They're coming from our soul and the things that we're interacting with. And this is what our emotions look like. Our emotions are just basically our energetic field or our soul interacting with other energies. And what they produce is our emotions, right? And that is a very sacred, divine thing. So it's going to be really important for you to make sure that you're expressing that divinity, expressing expressing those sacred emotions in a way that is beneficial for you, and in a way that's conducive for you, and in a way that's conducive for your relationships as well. Because one thing is that I see the potential for maybe like some issues when it comes to expressing yourself in the month of June. And then another thing that I'm getting with the Hierophant as well is kind of like this this 10 of Pentacles over here, another way of like legacy. How are you going to take what it is that the future it is that you see in your mind and your imagination? How are you going to take that and make it tangible? The Hierophant kind of, he's kind of like the magician in a way. But he's dealing more so with like words. He's dealing more so with like spreading information. Really get a good grounding and a good footing, a really good understanding. Come to a place where you clearly know exactly what it is that you want for your future and for your legacy and for your family. Really come to a place to where you are deciding in the month of June pretty clearly exactly what you want your future to look like. Okay. And then over here with the King of Wands, and this is representing the energy. This is representative of the energy for the month. And I'm seeing that with the King of Wands, this is going to be a very passionate month for you. More so like, this is going to be an exciting time for you, especially within like your finances and in your career, as well as like with your closer relationships. I'm saying that there's going to be a lot of passion here. I'm seeing that there's going to be a lot of emotion here. I'm seeing that there's going to be a lot of, even kind of fight here, but it's like a fight, like with love. It's like you're fighting from a place of love. You're fighting from a place where it's like you really want things to work out. Like I said, you have to be very careful about how you express that passion. But the overall energy for the month is going to be like this kind of leadership, or this sense of like motivation to really get things done, get a future planned out. The King of Wands, he's also a visionary. So I can really see my Aquarius is here really focusing heavily on their future and what it is they're trying to leave for their future. Really starting to think about their legacy is like, okay, what sort of future can I breed? What sort of future can I make? What sort of future can I dream up for the month of June? So really take advantage of that energy, because I really feel like for many of my Aquariuses for the month of June, if you can clearly kind of dream up a future that you want, all you need to do is just be able to imagine it. All you need to do is just be able to see it in your mind's eye, and then you can attack. Then you can go forward with a plan, because like I said, the King of Wands, he's a visionary, but first he needs a vision, right? It's just like building a house. First you need plans. Where do you get the plans from? The blueprints from? You get it from a thought, a vision, your imagination, your mind's eye. So everything's going to kind of start there. It's going to kind of start like in your mind, like what exactly it is that you want. And then it's all about kind of like birthing that out into the world. Okay. And then with the very last card over here, this is the message for the month. And I got a lot from my Aquariuses. So the one big thing that I really want to make sure that I get through to my Aquariuses is that, like I said, this is really going to be a month about the future, about manifestation, basically about like vision. So I'm really seeing that like a vision board, if you don't have a vision board yet, something like creating a vision board or something like that for the month of June is going to be really beneficial for my Aquarius here. It's really going to be all about kind of taking the energies that you're feeling and using them in a way to kind of fuel your imagination and fuel your dreams and fuel your goals and the things it is that you want. But it needs to start in your mind. You need to know clearly what it is that you want, so that the way you can attack it. Once you know clearly what it is that you want, it's like you're creating a target, and then you know what to aim at. You know what I mean? So another thing that I was getting with this moon child over here for my Aquariuses is for the month of June to really pay attention to the moon cycles. If you don't, June is really going to be all about a month of manifestation, but not where it's like you are manifesting things in the month of June, but where you're starting to manifest really big things in your life, where you're really starting to call in that energy and starting to attract that future that it is that you want. That's why it's going to be so important for the month of June for my Aquariuses to know exactly what it is that you want. You guys are going to be planning for your future, like far ahead, like I was saying in the very beginning, like 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. So that's why it's going to be important to kind of align yourself with the phases of the moon, release things that you don't want, attract in the things that you do want with the phases of the moon. Use magic. Like magic is going to be a really big thing for my Aquarius here coming up in June. And when I say magic, I don't want you guys to think these elaborate, super elaborate magical rituals. If you're already into that, then that's fine. But magic can be anything from setting affirmations to intention setting to praying, journaling, visualizations, blowing out candles on a birthday cake, and literally everything in between. It's basically just putting your energy into something that it is that you want. So I don't care how big those dreams are. I don't care how ridiculous they sound. Dream them up, because there is something here really urging my Aquariuses to dream as big as possible, to dream as big as you possibly can. And I believe that this energy here is really urging my Aquariuses to dream big, because these dreams are possible. You know, like the universe wouldn't give us dreams if they weren't possible. They wouldn't put anything in our minds if it wasn't possible, you know? So focus on it and just know that it's happening. Behind the scenes, there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things working out. So if you're really focused on negative or low vibrational energy for the month of June, it's not a good idea. It's never a good idea, but especially for the month of June for my Aquariuses, you want to keep your dreams high. You want to keep your dreams big. Like magnanimous, like as big as you can dream is what you're going to want for the month of June. Like I said, whatever it is that you dream for the month of June is what you're going to start to attract. So even if it's like 20 years down the road, 30 years down the road, next month, you know, whatever that dream is, really form it. It's going to start by you kind of having this vision, especially with my Aquariuses. You guys are ruled by Uranus and Saturn. You guys are the geniuses of the zodiac because you guys are so innovative with your minds. You guys are literal visionaries, my Aquariuses. So the month of June is going to be kind of like coming back home. This is who Aquariuses are. You guys are visionaries. That's why you guys are able to create such amazing things and think way ahead of your time. And the fact that you guys are ruled by Uranus paired with Saturn is like, you guys are able to dream big, but you don't just dream big. You're able to like put your money where your mouth is. You can back up those dreams with hard work, dedication, and discipline. Once you have established this is what I want, I'm telling you, that's what is going to start to be drawn to your energy in your life, okay? So let's go ahead and get to you guys' oracle cards. The very first one that we have here, Horse. Horse talks about kind of being this magical creature of the material realm. Horse talks all about like momentum, being free, and this expansive energy, and as well as force. So it's kind of like about will. And what I'm seeing with Horse as well is, if you notice, there is a crescent moon. There's a moon here on this Horse card as well, just like the Moon Child card. And so for me, Horse is just another call for my Aquariuses that you guys are really going to start manifesting and attracting certain things into your life. But these are like the really big goals and dreams that maybe you think are like, I would love for that to happen, but I mean, you know, is that really realistic? I don't care how unrealistic it sounds. You need to dream it up for the month of June. Horse talks about being able to have a stamina that is dedicated solely to your goals, and being able to, just like a horse will run until his heart gives out. And that's exactly the energy that's going to be going on for the month of June for my Aquarius is here. It's like, yeah, dream big, because the energy that is behind you is like this force of energy. It's like this momentum force of energy that's just like moving with your vision. It's just kind of like you have a lot of energy behind you right now that is actually supporting and pushing your dreams and your goals and your aspirations. That's why I'm saying whatever it is that you want, think bigger, dream bigger, do it bigger, like go big, because you have a lot of energy right now that's really supporting and propping up those dreams and those goals and those aspirations, especially for the month of June. The very next card that we have here, look at this, Amethyst. And Amethyst is the stone of Aquarius. And Amethyst is all about creating anything that you set your mind to, being shrewd in business dealings, as well as paying attention to your family. And it's all about maintaining your integrity and allowing the universe to work and decide the outcome. So this is, again, all about dreaming big. It's really all about seeing it, being able to see it in your mind's eye, because the amethyst stone deals with the third eye and the crown chakra. There's really a lot of energy behind my Aquariuses for the month of June. Like, it's been like this for the last few months. I mean, like, this is the time for Aquarius. If you guys have really been doing the work, like mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you guys are on your way to amazing things, because the last 3 readings that I've done for my Aquariuses have been just this momentum of energy behind you guys, just supporting, like I said, and propping up your dreams and your goals. The very next cards that we have, very next 2 cards that we have is Unfinished Symphony. And look at this, you guys. Imagine. I haven't seen any of these cards, by the way, either. With Imagine, obviously, again, this is another call to manifesting, dreaming big, dreaming up things in your mind's eye, dreaming up your own future, what it is that you really want your future to look like, what it is you really want your future to be. If you could see your future self 10 years from now, what would that look like? And whatever it is that comes to mind, do it even bigger. Like, really, what do you want? Like, don't allow that kind of Saturn co-ruling planet that you had, that my Aquariuses have, to kind of talk you out of it and say, is that really realistic? It's not about what's realistic right now, because there is energy moving behind you that is so strong and is so forceful that is like, whatever it is you want, we're working on it for you. And then with Unfinished Symphony, that's another thing that I'm kind of getting as well, is like, so I'm getting 2 things with Unfinished Symphony. The first being the universe giving you another chance to revise your dreams and goals. Maybe for some of you, you may have told yourself that a certain dream is too big or unrealistic, or you couldn't find a practical way to bring it to fruition. So you may have given up on it for now to revisit at a later time. Well, the universe is saying that June is that time. Spirit wants you to revisit these dreams that you may have minimized to make them more attainable. Now Spirit is saying, let's revisit that dream and put it back together in its original form, because now it's time to tackle the big goals. And then another thing as well that I'm getting with Unfinished Symphony is also with the family, coming back, or yeah, right here, coming back to a place where, like I said, you're kind of revisiting the past. Don't get caught up in your emotions. Don't get too blown up over it. Just allow it to kind of resurface if it needs to, and deal with it accordingly. So deal with whatever issues you deem worthy of your energy, but don't allow anything to distract or deter you from the big plans that you're trying to reproduce and ultimately attract into your life. So your vibrational frequency needs to stay as high as possible. Don't tolerate or entertain anything that's draining or pulling down your vibrational frequency. Keep that tunnel vision. So if you're going to be dealing with these issues, deal with them accordingly, tie up those loose ends, and then let it go. Don't hold on to any residual feelings or energy that's draining. And that's how you can ultimately finish the symphony and then get back to business, which is getting back to yourself. And the last 3 cards that we have here is Balance. And that's dealing with the relationships, as well as the third eye chakra, Recovery, and Complacency, dealing with the root chakra. Yes. I definitely feel like the universe is saying to all my Aquariuses out there, like, yeah, you were dreaming a little too, your dreams are a little too small for me. I'm gonna need you to go bigger, because, you know, I'm really moving this energy in your direction right now. I feel like the universe is really trying to push you out of this complacent place where it's like, don't think about what's just realistic. Don't think about what's doable. Think about what seems completely out of this world. Another thing here as well that I wanted to say for my Aquarius is make sure that you're also paying attention to your health for the month of June. Make sure that you're not too caught up in working, which I know that's kind of difficult for my Aquariuses, but make sure that you're really taking care of your physical body as well, being very attentive to your physical body, and also resting as much as you can, really resting, because I know my Aquariuses, you guys are kind of like a horse. You guys kind of just like to go and go and go until your heart gives out, especially with you guys being a fixed sign. But I'm really saying that, like, for some of my Aquariuses for the month of June, to really pay attention to your health and make sure that you're getting enough rest, that you're really taking care of your physical body, because like I said, it's going to be a lot going on, and it's going to really feel like you don't have a lot of time to yourself. You know, your kind of physical health could kind of get put on the back burner. So don't really allow that to happen. Make sure that you're keeping a nice balance between physical, emotional, spiritual for the month of June. You should always be making sure of that, but definitely for the month of June. And another thing that Recovery also talks about as well is kind of coming back from a relationship, dealing with a painful past, dealing with a painful relationship. So that is definitely what I'm seeing with this Judgment card in reverse here, dealing with the family. There's going to be some sort of need to revisit some sort of maybe painful memory or a painful past, but like I said, it is to deal with it so that the way it can you can find closure with it. Really make sure that you guys, if you guys really want to focus on a couple of different chakras for the month of June, I'm seeing the third eye and the root chakra being very important. Like I said, really make sure that you're paying attention to the phases of the moon, Go with those phases of the moon and really make sure you're taking care of yourself, staying balanced. Do not neglect your own health, okay? And dream big as shit, okay? That's how I'm gonna wrap it up for my Aquariuses for the month of June. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I loved doing this reading. I've really been loving doing these Aquarius readings for the last few months now, but thank you guys again so much for tuning in. And if you guys have any questions or comments, just leave them in the comment section down below. I'll get back to them, and I'll be back next time, you guys. All right, bye.